We have 4 contestants in the seniors, and that was number 1. So we'll go on to number 2 with Kaley Nolz. I'll have Kaley come forward.
Hi, I'm Kaley Nolz. I'm from Mitchell, and I'm going to be a junior at high school. And my speech is entitled Character Counts of the Capitol. When I got the news that I'd been chosen to attend the 2012 4-H Citizen Washington Focus Trip in Washington, D.C., I was so excited. My older sister had been on the trip when she was in 4-H, and I knew from her stories that I was in for the trip of a lifetime. Now, looking back on the experience, not only did I leave with great souvenirs, fun facts, memories, and new friends, but I also got to see the 6 pillars of 4-H character counts in action. Of course, I have been learning about trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship since I was just a little beginner in 4-H. But what I didn't realize while in Washington, D.C. was that I was surrounded by the 6 pillars of 4-H character counts. The first thing the 4-H CWF trip gave me was trustworthiness. I know that to be trustworthy, you must be honest, reliable, and loyal. I believe I earned that one when I was chosen for this trip. My club leader had encouraged me to apply because she trusted me to represent our club. I was even trusted by my county and even my state to represent them and be a good example while in DC. But most importantly, my parents had to trust that I could take care of myself while I was hundreds of miles away from home. The second character counts pillar on my trip was responsibility. I was responsible for making sure my sisters would care for my 4-H show caps while I was gone. I also had to tell my coaches I would be gone from practice for a week. And in DC, it was even my responsibility to wake up on my own and be punctual. Whew. But more than just my basic responsibilities, I saw this character trait in Washington. Government checks and balances ensures that our laws are followed, and it's the responsibility of the President, Congress, and the Supreme Court to make fair laws and be sure those laws are followed. While in DC, we also visited some very important monuments, such as the World War I and II Memorial, the Korean War Memorial, and the Vietnam War Memorial. The third character counts pillar, respect, was very evident at these memorials. As visitors paid their respects to the men and women who fought to protect our freedoms, I was very proud to think that my grandpa was one of those individuals being honored. He served his country during the Korean War, and I have the utmost respect for the people like him who are willing to make sacrifices for us all. The fourth character counts pillar is fairness. Now, I saw this pillar in a lot of different places, such as the Supreme Court, the Capitol Building, and the Library of Congress. These buildings hold knowledge, wisdom, and most importantly, fairness to all. Our country has seen so many changes in its history, from freeing the slaves to allowing women to vote. Our government has helped to be fair to all of its citizens. Along with fairness comes the fifth character counts pillar of caring. Caring requires one to be kind, compassionate, forgiving, and thankful. On our last night in DC, a strong thunderstorm passed through, and we lost electricity at the National 4-H headquarters. After helping each other pack our suitcases by flashlight, we boarded our bus early in the morning. But of course, another mishap. After only 3 hours on the road, one of the South Dakota buses caught on fire. So we all had to cram into one bus and drive to a shopping mall where we waited until another bus arrived so we could finish our journey home. Let me tell you, caring was very abundant that night as we survived a power outage and a bus fire. The sixth and final character counts pillar of citizenship was the most important one on this trip. I was reminded by my founding fathers that working hard to care for the communities we live in will help the next generation enjoy it as well. Visiting Mount Vernon, the Washington Monument, and the Lincoln Memorial was an important reminder that many before me have worked hard to make America great, and I must now do the same. And I can do my small part by recycling, picking up trash in the ditches, and just being willing to volunteer in my community. I have so much more American pride after going on this 4-H Citizen Washington focus trip. I also have a better understanding of the 6 pillars of 4-H character counts, and I fully intend to use the valuable lessons I learned while in DC to make each day better than the one before. And I plan to use the 6 pillars of 4-H character counts at school, when playing sports, or with friends or family. And I'm so glad to know that I will always have trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship to help me along the way. And by now, I've learned a lot about those 6 pillars of character counts, but it was truly rewarding to see them in action everywhere I looked in Washington, D.C. Thank you.